Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am here on May the 24th, May 25th, for the week of November 25th to December 1st. So I am still 6 months behind. It's killing me. It's killing me, guys. Anyway, it was my birthday this week, and I decided to use the Make-A-Wish kit, and I'm so glad that I did. It is such a beautiful kit. It was a very oddly balanced out week, because my front half of the week was very empty. There are days when I only had 3 things to mark, and the last half of my week was incredibly packed. And I used a day extender on 2 days. It should have been 3. Foreshadowing for the rest of this plan with me. Anyway, I am still regaining my voice, as you guys can hear. And I did have a child's birthday party yesterday. So I had a lofty, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm Canada Planner Girl on Instagram. Actually, I should just pop that in right now. All popped in. You should be able to see it now. Canada Planner Girl on Insta, top right, top left. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, so it was my kid's birthday party yesterday and I hosted. And kids are like between 4 to 7-ish, just given age ranges and like birthdays and stuff like that. So, and like, of course, my little, who's 2.5. So I had this birthday party. And I'm not even joking you, half a beer. I've hydrated. I've eaten fruits and vegetables. I've had caffeine. I feel like I've been hit by a dump truck. So I get why all the parents are having these birthday parties at like all of these different locations. But oh my freaking goodness, that was a lot. And I don't even know how I'm supposed to have a birthday party next year for my then going to be 6-year-old. Like, it's insane. Children's parties, like, if you have any tips for children's parties, please leave them in the comments down below because I can't believe I've got 2 kids that I have to do this for, is all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, let's get into the important part, the planner stuff. So I am just laying down the headers this week. Last week I had done the full straight across. Last week was the extra week where I had all the foils, blah, blah, blah. You should go check that out. I will link that in the iCard up above. But for this week, I only decided to use 2 headers just because I went back to my regular planning style. I did pull the headers up as I normally do above to cover the dates. And that does give me more space in my page, which again, struggle for Monday when I only had 3 things, but really did help out the rest of the week when I had like day extenders and stuff to use. But overall and ultimately, I'm happy with how I spaced everything out here. So I just elected to use the 2 most contrasting headers, which was the dark maroon red color, burgundy, I don't know, and then the beige goldy glitter headers. Really liked it. I think it turned out really nicely. Very much enjoyed it. Very much enjoyed the look of it. I'm just looking at it now as we speak. It looks incohesive, like not very cohesive on the page right now. And then just when I'm looking at my planner, like in general, it looks really, really nice. I will say though, on Monday, I don't recall that I've done this very often, but I put a full box and then a divider and then a full box and then another divider, which the other divider you'll see when I do my day by day. But I just look so pretty. And a really good way to take up the space when I didn't have a lot to mark on the day. Or I could have done deco, I'm sure. I'm sure I have birthday deco around here somewhere, but regardless, doesn't matter. Anyway, I did just briefly show my pen on screen. If you guys haven't seen it before, where have you been? But I used my Pentel Energel Curo 0.7. I've been loving matching pens to my spread. Now, I will say, this pen is a thicker pen. She's thick, she's juicy. And that's a problem when I want to write cursive or when I want to write things very small. because the smaller you get, the scratchier this pen gets, which I do have an issue with. I don't like that at all. So that is just something to keep in mind. We will get into the day by day extremely soon. I don't know what I was clearing out my stickers. I'm like, what sheets can I throw away? Because I like throwing them away as I do them instead of waiting until after I'm done. So I just moved the 2 little extra headers on the main page and then threw that in another sheet out that I wasn't using. So now we get into the day by day. So first things first, on Monday, I just used a leftover sticker of a laptop to note that I worked in office on this day. And I had a gift card, so I went to Starbucks in the morning on my way to work. And then at lunch, my coworker and I went for a lovely lunchtime walk. And I'm glad that she and I did that together. It really kicked off getting back into the spirit of walking a lot. So I enjoyed that. Moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday, I marked it with just a laptop from the kit. I worked in office again, 2 days in a row. And then I did my hair and my makeup on this day for the office. Now, this is out of order of things, but I did use a squish to note that I had an ongoing argument with my husband, just involving mental load and labor, because he does a lot of the topically visible things. It doesn't occur to him that there is mental load and labor, and I will own it. I'm not the best at communicating, so it's common sense in my head. When it comes out of my mouth, it doesn't sound great. I've been to therapy, don't you worry. I know that I am also part of the problem here. Anywho, we had a big argument about it. And I was over it, and I didn't articulate myself properly. He's also not great at communicating. It's a bad combination, but ultimately we resolve things. But I did get a birthday present from my bestie, get Indigo gift card. So nice. And then I had birthday celebrations with my in-laws while my husband is at work. They came over, brought me a cake, brought me dinner, like such a nice thing to do. They were very lovely. On Wednesday, I showered, which was just a space filler. I didn't have a lot to fill in for the day, so I used one of the shower icons from the Coffee Monsters Co. Then a leftover sticker from, I think, Paisley Prince Co., just noting I work from home. Another Fox and Cactus girl. I went on another lunchtime walk, 1.5 kilometers. And then I used these emojis just chatting with one another, just to note that my husband and I did chat and we resolved things. We usually take a day or two to just like calm down, and then we're better able to communicate. And then I just used the sticker kit from the kit to note that I pulled stickers in the evening. And I just wanted to use a divider here to take up a smidge more room. Again, spacing wasn't phenomenal. Then we move on to Thursday, and on Thursday, I worked from home again, so I marked it the same way, and I used a Sweet Tea Sticker Co. icon. I had a very sore, scratchy throat on this day, but I powered through it. I used a Coffee Monsters Co. and a Pull Stickers script. So the Coffee Monsters Co. is the icon. The script that you will see put in there is from Magical Sticker Co. I pulled stickers and I uploaded a video on this day. And then I just used the little planner with tabs on it to note that I updated our family calendar, just because we were getting into the busy season and that needed to be done. A Stick with the Plan Co. Very cute little squidge. I did arts and crafts with the boys on this evening, and we just had a lot of fun. And then I just brought in a phone from the kit. I rotted in my bed for the rest of the night after the kids went to sleep. On Friday, this is where it starts to get busy. So on Friday, I had a day off. I used that and I marked it with an icon from the kit. And then I just used another leftover icon to note that I went and got a manicure. Paper and Milk Squid or Maru to note that I went and I got a haircut in the afternoon. This was not chronologically. And then I used a leftover laundry icon from somewhere to note that I had a bra fitting on this day. I've lost a little bit of weight. I needed to get bras that actually fit because my back was really in pain. And it's amazing how much my back pain resolved after I got well-fitting bras. Moving on to the rest of the day, my husband treated me to Thai Express for lunch, which was delicious. It's my favorite Thai place. Then we went to Giant Tiger to get stocking stuffers, and you get a free birthday present if you have the app. So sign up for that list. And then I did my makeup and I placed a Sephora order. It was Black Friday. And then we went out for my birthday dinner at my favorite restaurant, Beer Town. It's a chain in Ontario, but each of the individual chains is run separately. I guess franchise. Anyway, no, it's a chain. Delicious, outstanding, just phenomenal food. They are phenomenal service. I am so glad we went. Then on Saturday, miracle of all miracles, the kids slept until 6:30. It was a great, phenomenal day. So they were up, they were wild. So mid-morning, we took them over to the park that is far from our home. It's a bit of a walk. And when I say far, I mean it's far for the kids. It's definitely not far for us. It's less than a kilometer, which is like less than 3/4 of a mile. Then I used this from the winter sampler sheet from the Coffee Monsters Co. to note that it was freezing on this day, absolutely freezing. We went to Indigo to pick up some books, and then I placed an order for Best Buy and Old Navy because the Black Friday sales were still on the Saturday. And then that afternoon, I went to a pottery class with my friend. Her birthday was the next day. Did anyone catch that I did Sunday as the 31st instead of the 1st of December? Oh my God, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So it's the 1st on that day. Whew, if that was bugging anyone, I'm so sorry. So then I went to this pottery place for my friend's birthday party. And then in the afternoon, a stick with the plan Lottie to note that I read or played with my little guy. And then another stick with the plan Squidge to note I read to both of the kids that evening. And then after the kids went to bed, my husband and I just watched TV together. It was glorious. Finally, on Sunday, I started a new book, The Unfortunate Side Effects of Herbal Tea and Magic. Hated it. If you like rom-coms and you like fantasy and romance, this would be for you, but this is not for me. It was awful. It was awful. Like graciously giving it 2 stars out of 5. Then I changed everybody's sheets. And I did everybody's laundry for the change sheets. Then I did a voiceover on this day. My husband took the kids to soft play, which was really nice. We used a squidge for that. Then in the afternoon, we went to the secondhand sports store called Play It Again Sports. We got all the kids skates and ski gear. Then it was the first snow of the season. It was beautiful. And then my husband took my big guy biking while my little guy napped. And then in the afternoon, I pulled more stickers. And finally, at the end of the day, just because I had my birthday gift and it was Black Friday, I placed an order with Aerie. And I used a leftover Sweet Tea Sticker Co. little online order icon for that. So that was my whole spread. I love how this turned out. It was a very busy end of the week, very slow start of the week, but I think it turned out great. I cannot wait to see you in the video. I hope that you are all staying safe and well. Toodles, friends!